Hi YouTube. I was watching the Confidential Files, I think it's called. They had changed their name. There's a geologist that's also an engineer on there. I've showed you this before. It's a geologist's hammer, a rock hammer. I know a little bit about geology. I've collected rocks. I used to have samples from all around the world. So I knew when this dude was lying. I'm going to share the link to his lies. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it here. And I'm going to read the proof that correlates with their lies about aliens. And you'll hear the lies, how they're pretending that different alloys that are either found in the earth and their wording of how they talk about it. I'll share the link and I'll talk about a couple of things that were said, but first I'll read to you the facts about titanium. Okay, just a minute here. I want to get the best stuff I found too. Okay, first, they said that titanium wasn't from this world, and it falls out of the sky. Part of that is true. And he also said about 5% of what you hear is probably not true, if even that. He was talking about what he was saying. I caught him in a few lies, and I'll talk about that too. But, okay, titanium is widely distributed and constitutes 0.44% of the Earth's crust. The metal is found oh, wait, okay. I have to go to see more. Titanium cannot be obtained by a common method by reducing the oxide with carbon because it's a very stable carbide is readily produced, and moreover the metal is quite reactive towards oxygen and nitrogen at elevated something. They cut me off there. Okay, wait, I had some better information here. Titanium, wait, okay, let's see. Titanium metal can be further purified by the Van Arkel de Boer process, which involves thermal decomposition of titanium telluride. Common titanium alloys are made by reduction. Is titanium a pure metal? Titanium is the fourth most abundant metal, making up about 62% of the Earth's crust. A little different than what they say down here. They said 44, didn't they? And now I can't find it. Okay, I'll go back to what I was reading, because there is a conflict there. But however, titanium is rarely found in its pure form. Okay, they said rarely. That doesn't mean it isn't. They said it isn't. It's like alien. Titanium typically exists in minerals such as anatase, brookite, elmatite, lexoricin, and there was some, okay, oscillite, rhyolite, sphenin, and is manufactured by using the process which involves reduction purification called the sponge purification, alloy creation, and shaping of a metal. Titanium is produced using the Kroll process. These steps the steps involved include extraction, purification, sponge production, alloy creation, forming and shaping. In the United States, many manufacturers specialize in different phases of the production. Okay, my point with all this is they're using different wording to produce their lies to make it sound like aliens are a thing. I mean, they might as well drop the alien thing. They're evil people doing bad things to other people on this planet by means of trickery, which is witchcraft or any of their crafts that they use towards us and at us every day. So, I mean, just to expose more lies of what these people are saying and how they're saying it, how many people are going to watch this confidential report or whatever that are going to believe that these black op helicopters are made out of alien technology when that's no such thing. He was talking about when he was in a school and he saw the periodic table, which was 105 elements on it, is now up to 140 elements. Yeah, because they keep mixing alloys. A lighter weight with a stronger metal component to it makes like shields, aircrafts, and whatever. And they were talking about space, which I don't think anybody's been in space because they can't get past the Van Halen belt. And it does say in the scriptures that there's a firmament. The moon, the sun, and the stars were placed in the firmament. So that tells me it's like a giant agate like glass. And I think that whole thing turns around. We don't move at all, but the sky is a clock, an actual crystalline clock with waters above and waters below. That's and I've seen some schematics in the Blue Lodge that correlate with what I'm telling you, but I just wanted you to be aware of these lies with this alien baloney. It's a lot easier to make people live in fear against the unknown unless you actually know that it's your own species that is doing things to you. That might be even worse, right? Because you're going to let them closer to you and you're not going to be on your guard. You're going to think, well, there's some kind of humanity to another person when there may not be. There's people that are actually soulless. You know, it's, I think, from their own decisions, but maybe some are actually born that way. I don't know on that. I don't know for sure, but I just know from my observation and other people, they're lacking soul, if not entirely gone. You know, so I don't know. Cheers. But I'm going to share that link and wait till you hear this clown. He's like, yeah, and you're probably only getting 5% of the truth, and this metal can't be found on the earth. And then he pauses and he says, in large quantities, you know, and that it's metal used for these alien aircrafts. Just listen to the wording. If you listen to the wording, start out with don't believe a thing he says, scrutinize everything. He even tells you to do that to him, but yeah, like he's honest, like, so we're going to scrutinize them and not see the lies within there. Yeah. So, yeah, it pissed me off. Just more liars, you know. Just like Doug, he was on this directional thing again, and like I told him, you know, like where one of our windows sits in the house, or where the sun rises and sets, and he put this house here and everything else, and I said, I understand. He does need a compass really bad. I told him I've driven all over the United States and I found my directions the whole time. I just know if there's little kids around, I might have to correct him in front of a child like I have before, because if you're leading a child astray away from the truth, that's what's happening, you know. So that's why I gave the response to him saying about my beauty, and taking it kind of like with a grain of salt, like, okay, whatever, because I don't trust anybody. That's why I can't. Look at these people. I mean, one of you, I might be able to trust. One of you, I don't know. I don't know you. It's like somebody asked me, is this weed or a cigarette? It's a special blend. This puff here, that might make me really sweet. But this puff here, it might not. Like I said, it's a special blend. What do you think? Do you need a compass? Are you lost? What does it look like? That, you know, it's like these aliens, you know. Did you go to school with any? I don't remember. I think I was raised by aliens, but they looked human, you know. But actual, like, reptiles and aliens and things, I haven't encountered them yet. Demons, oh yeah, lots of them, all the time, you know. So, yeah, these liars, and they don't stop. Our whole government is treasonous, and they do need to be tried for treason, and it is punished by death, you know, whether. That part I don't care about. I'd rather see them locked up and maybe treated a little bit like they treat other people, you know, with lack of concern for their well-being. How would they like to be like these people out there working paycheck to paycheck and not knowing if they're going to get a meal? How about they be on a chain gang, and if they don't work, they don't eat? That sounds appropriate to me, and that's what I've called for this whole time. Oh, no, I don't want to see you dead. I want to see you have to work like other people have all their lives. That seems just fair for all these demonic bastards, you know? This channel I'm watching had changed its name from WT Go Yourself, which we're not really supposed to be. Oh, we're naughty if we say anything like that on YouTube now. So these freaks can just lie, and they changed the name of their channel saying that they're gonna, like, not be monetized, or their information, their lies will be taken off. That's about the bottom line of it right there. They're just pushing the propaganda. You know, that's what this channel is. I mean, I always knew it. It's just knowing what your enemy's doing on a daily basis. Let's see how many people watch this. So far, within 4 hours, 2,473 people have watched this, called The Shocking Truth Inside Dulce Base and American Government Connection. And I have been on a high-speed train in their tunnels a long time ago, but it doesn't make it not true. It says the shocking truth behind Dulce Base, it's an Air Force base, and the American government. Dulce Base is the subject of the theory claiming that a jointly operated human and alien underground exists under Arhuletia Mesa on the Colorado-New Mexico border near the town of Dulce, New Mexico in the United States. Phil Schneider claimed to have seen it all firsthand and did not live long after talking about it. To continue telling his story, this is his story and his last recorded speaking event. Well, he wasn't speaking the truth, and I don't believe that he died either. When you're not telling the truth, they're not going to kill you. You're working for them. And of course he was. He said he quit working for the military. No, you didn't. He still was, if not still, working in some capacity for the Dark Cabal. So, people want to believe in aliens, and, I'll go back to the extraterrestrial. That's not alien, that's extra land. That doesn't make them look different, E.T. phone home. Extraterrestrial. Where is he phoning? To the next state? Or the maps of the ice wall and the different lands that they won't let us explore, or be around? Nah. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, they're liars. And this is part of the proof. Just listen really closely for what I talked about. When first he says that it's alien metal, it's from outer space. Not a lie. There's rocks that fall out of space, off the firmament. Absolutely. And it's traces of titanium in there. And other metals. I've got a space diamond, which is pretty cool. An actual diamond that was formed coming through the atmosphere. So, yeah. Anyway, these people are liars. I just can't stand it. That's why I was going to actually talk about something a little different today, but that's okay because I wanted people to be aware titanium is on this planet. It's next to the magma, and yeah, and it can be made just like other alloys. Like, for instance, this is cast iron. Iron is a natural element, but you can take ore and sand, and there's a process of heating, and you can actually make a cast, like Satan was cast into a human body. And now he can't escape because he's a dink. And he ain't never getting out of here, you dumb. Because you think you're smarter than God. And you still think that, and people that follow him still think that he has more control. That he's called God of the world. In whose book? God's? There's only one God. They can say gods. I don't care. They can say gods till they puke. It doesn't make it true. You know? Just like you have a mom. It's not moms. I mean, I sort of do. I have an adopted mom and a birth mother. So I technically have moms. And I guess if Satan's your father, then you technically are denouncing the only one there really is. But, you know, it's just who's keeping track of those schematics, right? So anyway. Yeah, they just think they're telling people that they can change your DNA and everything. No, they can't. They can't do shit to you. If you're walking with God, there isn't anything these creatures can do to you. They're more afraid of you just because you're not weak like that. So that brings to mind, do you think like God thinks? And the reason why I put it to you like that is because of our free will. There's a lot of men that think they're thinking on that same level. But you need to stake your soul on that, see? You need to rather die than lie. Don't lie to yourself. Don't make excuses. Ask yourself when you make decisions in life and things you do, is this the will of God? Am I thinking like God would think in this situation? You know? What does he expect out of us? He knows us already. Satan doesn't know you. He can only pretend. He might get in your head with a suggestion. Still up to you whether to act on it or not. That's not him. Still not him, it's you. I mean, he's not doing good, don't get me wrong. But it's still our decision on a daily basis. You know? Just like these people putting out confidential report. Excuse yourself all the way to hell, you lying sacks and shit. It's exactly what they're doing. Trying to instill fear in people, trying to lying and pushing the lies, the propaganda. There's people that pose as reporters, people that pose as preachers, people that pose as scientists. All of it make me sick. Pretending like this with people just to make money and get your own way. It really pisses me off. That's a remiss human being. Regressed. There's a song by Godier called Somebody That I Used to Know. I call it the de-evolution song. If you go and look how she's like all painted up and then her colors like fade out of her. It's like the male and female parts of Satan, actual entities, male and female, separate, that work together with their minds like Christ works within our minds. Here's another misnomer that people think that Christ was just the Spirit of God. He is God's Son. and he carries the Holy Spirit. A lot of us do. He was our example, is our example. He also was baptized by John with the Holy Spirit that entered him at that time. He also was guided by the Spirit to go into the desert and fast, indicating that Christ is not the Spirit, even though there are some churches that want you to believe that there is, yes, they work together. It's a combination package of the Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Spirit, the divine feminine spirit that works in every mother the second your child's born. If you're a functioning human being, you might not have had the Christ Spirit before you had that child, but you sure did after that. Some of you dads get what I'm saying too. Like, yeah, you might have believed in God, but it got a lot stronger when you had to worry about protecting your children. Then things change. If that ever dawns on people that should know better and are pretending they don't, they're not misguided. These are the leaders of the pack. They're out there intentionally being trashy for their own gains in life, and therefore, in the process, leading their offsprings astray. That's what's going on in so many homes, you know? You probably are a victim of it yourself, you know, stupid parents. Imagine not being a stupid parent and being hated because you're not stupid. Welcome to my world. So, yeah, it's irritating. So I'm going to get this uploaded, and listen carefully. This is the propaganda, the type of shit that they're pushing on people. It's illogical. It makes no sense, and they're still going to keep going against human rights, period. Liars, you're against all that is decent in the world. What do you value? You know? If you can't value the truth, you don't have any moral standing at all. I'm going to get this uploaded and let you listen to this shit. I can hardly believe it. I'm not sharing it because I want to promote this channel. I'm sharing it to show you the truth of the lies within the whole thing, with the proof that I just read to you about the alloys that they make anyway. It's not alien. Oh, it just, I thought, nope, Doug's like into metal algae. Allergies, yeah. I have metal allergies. That Iron Man. So anyway, and he worked in a lab, and I know enough about it. And when I heard it, it's like, you liars, you liars. Anyway, it's like the new carbon fiber metal mixed stuff that's on cars now. It's not even metal anymore. It's a alloy mix. It's not alien technology. So, all right, everybody. I appreciate you joining me. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.